In 2010, José Mourinho built a Real Madrid team with one job: stop Barcelona. It worked. Now in 2026, he's back at the Bernabeu, and he's doing it again. Marc Cucurella, Bernardo Silva, Ibrahima Konate, Denzel Dumfries, one by one the pieces are arriving. This isn't nostalgia. It's a calculated, ruthless rebuild with a single target: stopping Barcelona from ever dominating Spanish football again. Here's how Mourinho is rebuilding Real Madrid to challenge Barcelona again. On June 11, 2026, Real Madrid made an announcement that shocked the football world. 13 years after walking away from the Santiago Bernabeu, José Mourinho was coming back. Not as a nostalgic farewell appointment, not as a ceremonial return, but as the man Florentino Perez was giving major influence to, tasked with one specific job: fix a broken dressing room, end 2 trophyless seasons, and most importantly, stop Barcelona from running away with Spanish football again. And unlike most managers who arrive at a club and simply inherit whatever squad is sitting there, Mourinho came back with something previous Real Madrid coaches rarely had: real influence over transfers. According to ESPN reporting, even before his appointment was formally announced, Mourinho was already in meetings with Madrid's Director General José Ángel Sánchez, Chief Scout Uni Calafat, and Super Agent Jorge Mendes at Madrid's Hotel Santa Mora. They were personally identifying targets and helping shape the club's transfer strategy. This wasn't a coach waiting to see what the board would give him. This was a coach building his own weapon. To understand why this matters, it helps to remember what Mourinho did the first time he was at Real Madrid back in 2010, facing a Barcelona side under Pep Guardiola that many consider the greatest club team in football history. Mourinho didn't try to outpossess them. He built a squad engineered to break their rhythm: physical, direct, ruthless in transition. Players like Sami Khedira, Angel Di Maria, and a fully weaponized Cristiano Ronaldo formed the core of a team that eventually won a 100-point La Liga title in 2011-12, ending Barcelona's period of near-total dominance. That history matters here for one reason: it shows Mourinho has done this exact job before. He has already proven he can identify Barcelona's weakness and construct a squad specifically designed to exploit them. Now in 2026, he's doing it again. Except this time, the players, the era, and the football itself have completely changed. The clearest signal of Mourinho's plan is the profile of players Real Madrid have signed. This summer's arrivals: Marc Cucurella, 28 from Chelsea; Bernardo Silva, 31, on a free transfer from Manchester City; Ibrahima Konate, 27 from Liverpool; and Denzel Dumfries, 30 from Inter Milan. They have an average age of nearly 29. That number tells its own story. Mourinho isn't assembling a project for the future. He's assembling a squad built to win immediately. Every single one of these signings is a proven, battle-tested player entering or already in the prime years of their career. Start at the back. Konate arrives as a genuine upgrade at center-back, a player recognized as one of the Premier League's best before a difficult final season at Liverpool, brought in specifically to shore up Madrid's defensive foundation, an area Mourinho has prioritized throughout his entire managerial career. Alongside him, Antonio Rudiger, a defender whose physicality and experience Mourinho has long admired, has reportedly agreed to renew his contract, giving Mourinho a proven, battle-tested option at center-back rather than raw potential. At fullback, the picture is just as deliberate. Cucurella arrives fresh off a World Cup win with Spain, immediately solving a left-back problem that had lingered at the club for years. On the opposite side, Dumfries gives Mourinho another experienced option and genuine competition at right-back, joining a backline that already includes Trent Alexander-Arnold. In goal, there's been no change. Mourinho is expected to trust Thibaut Courtois completely, the same goalkeeper he once picked as Chelsea's number 1 over club legend Petr Cech, a decision that immediately paid off with a Premier League title. In midfield, the rebuild gets even more interesting. Bernardo Silva's arrival brings something Madrid have lacked since the retirements of Luka Modric and Toni Kroos: genuine tactical intelligence and championship-level experience, having won 20 major trophies under Guardiola himself. There's a certain irony in that. Mourinho recruiting a player shaped by Guardiola's footballing philosophy to help dismantle Guardiola's former club's dominance. Further forward, the existing core remains largely untouched, but sharpened. Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe continue as the attacking spine of the team, joined by Jude Bellingham, once fully fit, while young forward Carlos Espe, signed from Levante after scoring 11 La Liga goals last season, adds another young attacking option to the squad. And on August 6th, 2026, Real Madrid made it official. Yan Diomande, the 19-year-old Ivorian winger, signed from RB Leipzig on a 7-year contract through 2033 for a fee reported at roughly 125 million euros in fixed terms, with add-ons that could push the total closer to 140 million euros, making him one of the most expensive signings in Real Madrid's history. Fresh off a breakout World Cup with Ivory Coast, Diomande gives Mourinho exactly the kind of transition weapon his most successful teams have always relied on. Raw pace and directness on the flank, capable of punishing high defensive lines in behind, the same roll speed merchants like Di Maria once played in his first spell at the club. What makes this rebuild fascinating is the mindset behind it. This isn't Mourinho trying to recreate 2010. The game has evolved. This version of Barcelona looks different. And Madrid's current core of young superstars, Vinicius, Mbappe, Bellingham, gives him a different kind of attacking talent than the Ronaldo, Benzema, and Di Maria generation he had the first time around. What Mourinho appears to be doing instead is applying the same underlying principle that worked before. Build a defensively disciplined, experienced, physically dominant squad capable of absorbing pressure and striking with ruthless efficiency. Then let world-class individual talent finish the job in the final third. It's the same philosophy updated for a completely different generation of players. The stakes could not be higher. After 2 trophyless seasons and a fractured dressing room that reportedly needed serious repair, Mourinho has been given significant authority and the resources to reshape the squad in his image. Every transfer this summer, from Konate's defensive solidity to Bernardo Silva's big game composure to Diomande's record-breaking price tag, appears connected by a single thread. Building a team capable of matching Barcelona over a full season, not just for one big match, but for 90-plus points across an entire campaign. Whether this rebuilt Madrid side succeeds the way the 2011-12 team did remains to be seen. Real Madrid opened their season against Espanyol on August 22nd, with the first real test of this rebuilt squad still ahead. But one thing is already clear. José Mourinho has returned to the Bernabeu with a familiar mission and a completely new set of tools to accomplish it. 13 years after he first tried to dethrone Barcelona, Mourinho is doing it again. This time with more influence, more resources, and more experience than ever before.